Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Still Learning Life Lessons in the Line. I am your host, Amber, as usual, and we are here to discuss being first responders, health and wellness, and some BS to fill in the gaps. And I'm excited because I have been asking for months and months and months for this guy to join my podcast. Um, and he finally said yes, probably just to get me to stop asking him. And he's probably never going to do it again. But without further ado, Isaac Short,
Thank you for having me.
welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. If I don't do it again, it's not because I don't want to do it with you. It's because I never thought that. I was like, I don't know if I have enough to say to be on a podcast, or it's like there's probably better guests that you could have. So
It's all about chit chatting. It's all about life. That's what it is. So,
you can do that.
well, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Isaac, tell everybody brief synopsis of you,
Yeah.
your history, what you do.
Yeah. So I'm in law enforcement. I'm a deputy sheriff. I work in Marion County. So it's out of Knoxville. I've been in 13 years now. I started in Worth County, so I was up in northern Iowa for my first about 2.5 years. I was in I was a contract deputy in Northwood for my first stint, and then while I was there, I met Bailey, who is my wife, and she was going to school, and she said, "I'm not moving north, so you need to move south," because she's from southern Iowa. So I moved down to Knoxville. I've been here since like 2015. So I am do you like want to know what I do? Like
Yeah,
roles and stuff?
sure.
Right. So I'm a sergeant detective. So I started patrol here. I worked patrol for 3 years and I went to K9. So I still have him. He's a signal purpose lab named Dallas, does NARC and tracking. And then in 21, I moved to detective. So I've been in major crimes since then, and then within that, they promoted me to sergeant. So I oversee our patrol day shift, which there's about 4 or 5 guys I oversee, and then I'm a crisis negotiator. I do celebrate forensics, and then I lead our peer support and chaplain program.
And I don't even think I knew that you were in the um major crimes detective thing.
Yep.
I did not realize that.
Yes. Yep.
Hmm, interesting.
Yeah, I never thought I'd be there. I love patrol. That's why I was the canine. I love going out and trying to find the OWIs and the drugs and the wanted people, and the opportunity came open to do it, and I saw this an opportunity to kind of hone my skills in a different way and get me uncomfortable, and it sure has made me do that. But it's been a very good move, and I've got to do a lot of really cool things. So
And that's actually the cool thing is when you're provided with that opportunity and you're like, am I going to be good at this? What is this? I don't even
right,
know what I'm doing.
right,
And just when you just leap in, I mean, it's just, yeah,
yeah.
that's the cool thing.
Well, it's funny.
So,
I was thinking today about doing this tonight and like talking about my career, and like I was just realizing like it took me until about 2 years ago to be comfortable in my position. I mean, the first couple of years, like I'm just getting my feet wet, trying to
mhm.
figure things out, and um, there's people that I work with that could do it just as well as me. So I'm really blessed to work with people who are just really talented at doing this job.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. So we met because I was it last year?
Hmm.
Yeah, last year.
Yep.
Probably about the same time I'm thinking.
Yeah. I bet it was.
Probably. Um, Peer Support Foundation,
Uh-huh.
and they had kind of a open call, I guess you could say,
Yes.
for people who wanted to speak. So I'm like, yeah, duh. So I'm like, don't know what I'll speak about, but yeah, I want to do this. So I get an email from you. We chat. You say, okay, let's do it. And I'm like, oh shit. Like, I'm doing this.
This is happening.
This is
This is
happening.
real life.
And I have to say for everybody out there, so I was originally
Are you gonna
told
toss me under the bus right now?
I'm totally
Okay.
going to.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
ready. I'll tuck and
yeah.
tuck as I get tossed.
Um, I was told this whole time, months leading into it, that I had 45 minutes to talk. So I did my speech and I redid it and I redid it and I redid it. I was working for months on this thing on end, um, reading it to people that I work with, things like that, trying to get, opinions and whatever. Had it down 45 minutes. Exactly. Perfect.
Exactly what I asked for.
Yeah,
Exactly what I asked
exactly.
for. Yep.
Yeah. I
Rock star.
Hey, I knew the assignment, okay?
Yep.
I understood. Then I get there and about half hour, 45 minutes before I'm giving the speech,
Yep.
Mr. Isaac Short comes up to me and says, um, so the timing is kind of messed up now. So there's like a 2 hour time block, but if you can maybe talk for hour and 15 minutes. So I'm improvising,
Yep.
turning my 45-minute speech into like at least an hour
At least
15.
an hour 50, if not longer. It
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
you, you
And
did very
like,
well.
I was like, I can do this shit. Oh yeah, I got this. I got this. And I
You
did.
did. You
I
rocked it.
did. And I introduced everybody to what a step and repeat was. Nobody knew what a step and repeat was. That thing to
Yeah.
stand in front of.
Yeah.
Apparently people are not understanding. Like people don't know Hollywood. Okay.
Right.
Like
Right. Oh yeah.
you know,
Exactly. We're not well versed like you are.
exactly.
You're educating.
I'm educated in all things
Oh
Hollywood.
man. Which is important to find a work. You got to know it.
Maybe. I don't know. So yeah, so I talked about the step and repeat and talked about that, talked about other things, and you know, took about 10 minutes to throw you under the bus. So, so that added into
Oh yeah. You could have done
yeah.
that for the. You could have done that probably 30 minutes of that, and been. And I would have been like, yeah, I had that coming. Like,
So I'm like, okay, I got this. 45 minutes of my speech, and then about a good half hour of improv.
oh no, you. Out of everyone that spoke, like Jeremy probably could do that because Jeremy's done it so much, or like the keynote, Kevin Briggs, but like
Hmm.
not many people could do that what you did. So it was impressive, and I remember sitting there like, and I don't know why I didn't see that before. Like I looked at that schedule, I don't know how many times for months, just months, and and like this one, I am not. I am like every so often making sure the times are right because I'm like I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh no, like so at this point, I mean, we're only a few hours in the whole conference. I'm like, you know what? It's going fine. Then I'm like, oh gosh, this is not fine because if this were me, if I were in her shoes, I would be so mad. And luckily, the foundation's just very gracious. They're like, ah, it's fine. We'll figure it out. I'm like,
Hmm.
oh my gosh. Because if there's anyone else, they'd be like, everyone would be on like freak out mode. And everyone's like, yeah, it'd be fine. Like,
Right, right.
longer break. But I'm like, how can I
Exactly.
do it to someone that's speaking for the first time? And I'm like, hey, by the way, I, slight miscalculation on times.
Yeah. And you know what? I had just met you like in person the day before, so I had no issue throwing you under the bus.
Yeah, yeah, sir. I'll never see this guy again.
I know. I got no shame. Yeah, absolutely.
My
And I guess I just have this gift of gab, whether people find me entertaining or not. I
hey,
find myself
you
entertaining.
are
Okay.
entertaining. Yeah.
So I will laugh at my own jokes, whether other people do or not. So I was fine with it.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, like I said,
Uh,
at the end of the day, I was like, if anyone that spoke, because I know like I could think of other people, I'd be like, if I did this to them, they wouldn't be able to, which is fair. Like if that were me, I'd been
mhm.
like, yeah, you're just gonna have to fill that hour on your own. You've been like, Isaac, you're gonna have to go up there and talk, which would have made me vomit probably, but oh man, yeah,
Well, and it gave us time because there was like giveaways, like drawings
yeah,
afterwards,
yeah.
so it, wasn't rushed or anything, but
No, it worked out, but man,
mhm.
that was a hard lesson. I was like, gosh, that
Yeah.
was embarrassing.
I'm still waiting to hear, and no pressure because it's on my podcast, but I'm still waiting to hear if I'm gonna be asked to be a speaker again this year or if I'm going as an attendee.
We're about to be an attendee this year because I don't want to repeat typically. You're at like the next year. -1. We've got
Duh.
Joel talking about finances again, but next year we could.
Oh, fine.
Because remember,
Oh,
then we're gonna have the squat rack up there. We'll have a block on
yeah.
powerlifting,
Yes, exactly. It is gonna be all
which,
wait,
you know
an
what?
hour?
I'm giving you a
Don't I
topic
get
to
2
take.
hours?
Well, I'm gonna give you a 3-hour block next year. Actually, let's go with 2, and just now I may have a third one in my back pocket. No, here's a
Ah.
top. You have a whole year now.
Mhm.
Think about this, because you are in powerlifting. Like, I know you talked about it like quite a bit, but like, could you do a whole block on just that about wellness and mental health with your powerlifting, specifically that?
Specifically powerlifting?
Yeah, I don't know how many people come and talk about. I mean, they talk about exercising, they do, which is good, it's
Right.
important, but like,
Um,
it's good to get
but
specific.
the yoga guy, he
Yep,
was really good.
yep. I saw him
I
the other day. He was at my church on Sunday.
Oh, okay,
Going
yeah,
to
I
my
like the yoga guy.
Yep, Michael. Yep.
Um, and I wish that there was more people who would have done
Mhm.
that, like, morning session that he had.
I don't know. I
I
I
wish there was
like want to be like, you have to come. But I was like, I don't know how to make it mandatory because I know how these people work in this audience. None of them are going to
Mhm,
show up besides a handful. So,
mhm.
but if we said
Ugh.
we're gonna have, okay, I'm getting probably way over my head now. We're gonna have squat racks in there to do some powerlifting. I mean, you have a few conversations with the hotel beforehand of like,
This is true. I probably can't demonstrate any deadlifting because the floor has to be a certain like, it has to be able to hold.
can we bring in a floor to do that? Or can we do like a one rep max competition for the peer support conference?
Yes!
Of like a very, we'll do a simple lift, so don't, because you know how these places operate. We're gonna get so many work comp issues, but have so many, no admin will let their people go to peer support again because they got 30
Uh,
people out on back injury because we were one rep in deadlifts.
well, and that's the thing too, Team of One Foundation that I, co-founded, last year, we held a, dodgeball,
Mhm.
tournament
Yep.
to, like, raise some funds and whatever, we had and I legit went online, found a waiver for everybody
Yep.
sign because I'm like,
You have to.
"Okay, a lot of you are law enforcement and fire people, like, no.
Uh,
You are doing this at your own risk,"
yes.
you know?
Yes.
Um, and we did actually have one guy who sprained an ankle. We had another guy who, sprained a wrist. Like
They're probably their mid-30s or 40s or
and I'm like, maybe we shouldn't do this again."
right? Well, I can add to that story.
Oh.
We had a birthday party for my nephew, turned 1 at a church in Pleasant Hill, and there's a playground there with, like, the wood chip, like,
Oh,
on the ground, and
mhm.
my sister-in-law's got a stepson and stepdaughter who are, like, 9 and 10 and 11, and Hank, his name, he wanted to play tag, and I was like, "Oh, I'm actually gonna try," like, 'cause he just goes all out. Literally, he tags me, I take 1 step and, like, fall on my face, and I'm like, pull my groin, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I am that old guy now. I can't even play freeze tag without injuring I mean, flat on my face. I'm like, get up,
Yeah.
dust myself off, and I'm like, "I'm gonna go sit down because I need a drink. I'm gonna get hurt."
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that would be me. So, but I could if it was just powerlifting alone, I don't know if I could fill a 2-hour block, but
Could you do
I could
if I gave you an hour block, like a real hour, not an
mhm.
Isaac hour, which is 2 hours, we give you a legitimate 1-hour block.
I could probably do that. Yeah.
I think I've realized, I mean, because we have to get outside the box a little bit, I think, with the people come
Mhm.
speak because 'cause they've had tons of really good speakers, but, like, we've got some good ones this year of, like, sleep or, we got one guy, he's from Des Moines Fire, he's gonna talk about, um, like, taking time off, like, I won't say just a vacation, but, like, the importance of it, and I'm like,
Mhm.
"Awesome." Like, just different topics. I think
Mhm.
powerlifting is one that gets used a lot in law enforcement, fire, EMS, but, like, I think a 1-hour block on the benefits of it,
Mhm.
that's in value.
There's actually in Iowa, I don't remember where he's at, but he's like the chief of police somewhere in like some smaller town. I don't remember where, but he's like huge in powerlifting as well.
Hudson.
And
The
like,
Hudson PD over
what,
Waterloo.
what's his name?
Oh, you'd ask me that question.
Okay. I'd have
Mhm.
to look up on Instagram and find because I follow him on Instagram and he's like the chief somewhere, but got he's like national level and still
Yeah.
yeah, he's really so I mean that's the thing. It's funny when you come across and actually my very first competition about 5-ish years ago,
Yeah.
I met a female. I think she was in corrections at that time, but I could be wrong. But she's now like within a year or so after I met her, she joined a police
Mm,
force as well, and she's amazing. And
mm.
so it's funny you say that. That it's a familiar thing because
Yeah.
I never heard of it until about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know what it was, and yeah.
It's even
So.
cooler with women doing it. Like, I think women get into it. That's awesome.
Mhm. I love it. I love it. I love meeting other women who do it. Yes, absolutely. So,
What's your favorite lift?
um, it depends. It used to be deadlift. That used to be my favorite because that's like my anger
Uh-huh.
lift. And so like if I'm really having a bad day,
Yep.
it's like screw my um plan for the day.
Yep.
I'm just a deadlift,
Yep.
and but then couple years ago, my deadlift kind of started to plateau a
Mm,
little bit, but
yep.
then all of a sudden my squat came out of nowhere. And earlier this year is when I hit I made the state record for my age and weight class for squat.
Nice.
So like if you look up on the USPA, like
Yeah.
the records for Iowa, yeah, it'll have my name,
Good for you.
so I'm like, where'd this come from? You
Nice.
know, and so right now that's my favorite. So it just depends.
Yeah.
Depends on what I'm doing well in, I guess. I don't know.
I hated squatting until I started doing it actually. And
Mhm.
squatting like heavyweight's fun.
Yeah.
It is an
Yeah.
adrenaline rush. It is when I
Yeah.
would actually got decent at it, like just for myself, like it was my favorite lift. Like it was like,
Yeah.
let's put heavyweight on there, let's squat.
Yeah.
When you first started doing it, I hated it because I was like not flexible. I couldn't get down far. I wasn't strong,
Mhm.
but yeah, that's fun.
And it was like the first couple years I really had an issue with depth
I
because
mean,
I'd always be like parallel. And
yeah,
with powerlifting, you have
right.
to get depth. And so I had a really issue, but then I kind of worked on some accessories
Yep,
that were helping with my depth.
yep,
So all of a sudden, as soon as I was hitting depth, I'm like,
yep,
yep, let's go.
yep.
And,
Yeah.
when I'm at the competition and I'm like, at this last one, and I was like, when I walked out with the weight that I knew would be the state record, and I
Mhm.
was like, "Oh shit, this is heavy." I'm like, "Crap." So I'm like, "Just get depth, just get depth,"
Yep.
And so I got down and I'm like coming back up and everybody's screaming,
Oh yeah,
"Get up, get up, get up." And I was like, oh, "Wait."
I did
It's
it.
just like it's the coolest thing in the
Oh,
world. It is, yeah, it's insane.
that's awesome.
So
Can you use the smelling salts at competitions, or do you use
yes,
those?
you just can't do it on the platform.
Okay.
So, like, anything like that, um, and I think it's more of like an image thing because
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. But yeah, you can use the smelling salts. Um, I have learned though, do not use a brand new bottle on the day of a competition
Mm,
because then you go out because all of a sudden you sniff it and all of a sudden your eyes are watering as you're walking
oh,
out
yeah,
and it's like, oh,
yeah, that's fair.
it's like, whoa.
Right.
So yeah, yeah. No, you can. Yep.
Do you use them?
Um, I did up until a couple competitions ago when I
Yeah.
accidentally left my bottle at that
Um,
gym.
it's fair.
So it's like I haven't bought any more since then. But yes.
I
But if somebody has some, I'll be like, hey,
do you
let me have a
yeah, do
sniff.
you is it 'cause I used to use it a little bit, like, my buddy's gym. Is it recommended to do it, like, every time you're lifting, or is it, like, only certain times you should use the
I only do it if I'm going for a max.
okay, yeah, that makes
That's
sense.
the only time because I feel like if I do it too often, it's like my body's gonna get used to it
Right, yeah,
and
that's
then it
true.
loses its effect,
Yep, yep.
So I only do it if I'm going for a max.
Okay.
Then it's like kind of get all Hulk
Yep.
Hogan on you, you know?
I I remember when I did my 1 rep deadlift max ever, I used that stuff and I was like, "Oh, yeah, that
Yeah.
that was helpful."
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It does. So going back to the Peer Support Foundation,
Yep.
how did you get involved?
Yeah. So I think I started peer support back in 2000 and I think it was 2019, I'm pretty sure. And I didn't even know what it was until I think my sheriff just sent me an email and was like, "Hey, would you be interested in this?" And I looked at kind of what peer support is, and I was like, "Yeah, I actually think that makes sense for me," because I think of all the things I do, um, peer support is the most natural. Like, I had
Hmm.
to really learn and teach myself how to, like, interview people and be, like, the one in charge, and, like, I'm not a very type A personality, so, like,
Hmm.
I feel like with peer support, I don't have to be type A at all, like, I just sit back and listen
Right.
and be open with people. Um, so I was like, "Yeah, I really think that's a good idea," so I went to the class and then the conference, and then, um, I didn't go to the conference for a couple of years. I bet I didn't go back until maybe the year before I joined the board, and at that point, our team had taken off and, we were pretty active, and I was like, "How can I improve our team?" And that was my initial goal, was to find ways to do that, which I thought would be, getting on the board. Um, and also I thought it'd be honestly a lot tougher process. Like, I didn't realize not many people put in for it. I was the only
Hmm.
one that put in to be on the board. So
Oh.
I stayed after, and we said it was like me and the rest of the board, we sat at the table and they asked me a couple of questions. They're like, "Right, yeah, you're good." So I assumed there'd be like a list of people and I may not
Hmm.
even get on it. And then so I got on in the fall, and I went to a couple meetings, and Jeremy called me. He's like, "Hey, do you want to play in the conference?" I was like, "Never done that, but sure." So that is how that started. Was because Jeremy at that point was like a major, pretty high up with Des Moines PD. So I think it just getting some hands to help was
Hmm.
necessary. And I'm not one to say no, which is a can be
Right.
a problem, which is not I don't say it's a good trait all the time. So, like, when he asked me, I probably should have maybe considered it a little more because I'd never done it before.
Right.
But then once I started working with that group, I mean, it's an amazing group of people. I
Hmm.
mean, eh, I'm on a couple of different, like, boards or groups in my job, and, like, this is one that's, like, it's always positive. Like,
Hmm.
just one-minded, like-minded people with the one goal is to help others. Like, there's no
Right.
selfishness, there's no, like, hidden agendas with anything.
Hmm.
They're selfless, and, like,
Hmm.
when I screw up like that, there's like, "It's all good, like, we'll be fine."
Right.
Like, or like
Hmm.
this year when, like, they're like, "Hey, we need this stuff." I'm like, "Oh, yeah." And a week later, "Hey, we need this stuff." I'm like, "Okay, yep, you're right. I should probably give this stuff to you because you need it." I mean, they're really good to work with, so,
Hmm.
um, it's been definitely one of the better decisions I've made in my career. Just
Hmm.
honestly, just selfishly for me, to be around Jeremy and Sheila and Matt and Adam and Rich and
Hmm.
Craig, and Paul, and just that whole group, just they're awesome.
Hmm. Well, and that's the thing too, is that's the whole um core that's the whole sense of peer support
Right.
is you can have peer support in whatever area you're working in, whether it be law enforcement, whether it be corporate, or whatever. But it's just being a team.
Yeah,
And literally all it is. It's being a team player.
right,
Um, we're all in this as a family. So I mean it's just
right.
you take your part, I'll take my part.
Yep,
If I can't, you help out, whatever.
yeah.
And so mhm.
And in a career that there's so many pissing matches all the time,
Yes.
like, all the time. This seems like one
Mhm.
area that at least it's pretty minimalized. Like, now there's still issues,
Mhm.
there always is, there's always gonna be, it's not
Right.
gonna be perfect, but as a whole, like, even department to department, like, it's pretty like, "Hey, we just wanna help. If you need help,
Yep.
call us. If you don't, great. If this is working, let us know. If it's not, let us know."
Mhm.
Um, it's hard not to get behind, and I'm sure it can be done wrong, I imagine, but
Mhm.
Honestly, I've not heard of it, knock on wood, of many places where it's gone bad.
Right. Mhm.
So,
And that's, and that's the thing, like, at Clear Lake PD, me and a couple others are peer support for our department, but it's kind of those things where, sometimes one of us will just throw something out. Okay, run with it,
yeah,
whatever.
right,
Somebody else, there's no like meetings of, hey, you do this, you do this, you do this. It's just
right,
like, we'll text each other, be like, hey guys, what do you think? We
yeah,
just throw ideas out there and you do this. Sure, whatever, go with it, run with it,
yeah.
and it's just,
What do you
yeah.
what do you guys do? That's one thing we kinda struggle with, or I do, as and I 'cause I run the team, and I feel like I need to be the one bringing the ideas. But, like, how do you guys stay proactive? It's like, right, I mean, knock on wood, we're in a lull of, like, we haven't had I'm not gonna say, we haven't had debriefs a lot recently, which is a great thing. That means
Hmm.
things are
Right.
going fine. But outside of just, like, just doing, which I don't wanna minimize checking on people 'cause it's always good. How do you guys stay proactive?
So one thing that I kind of initiated, and I kind of took this on because working overnights, I've got more time to kind of
Sure.
do this. But one thing that I did was I sent out an email to the department and said, send me 3 things people may not know about you. And then I collected all of those. And then, like, once a week or once every couple of weeks, I'll just like put those things into like Chat GPT and be like,
Uh-huh.
please come up with a riddle that includes
Mm,
this, this, and this,
yeah,
And so I'll send an email, and I've had so much great response. I'll send an email to everybody and be like, okay, guess, put the riddle and like,
yeah.
who am I? And then they have to try and guess who they think it is. I have had, it sounds so silly, so little, but I've had so many people be like, okay, this is kind of fun.
No, that's great.
you know,
It's the little
and
things.
what's that?
It's the little things like that. Like, that's not
Yeah.
little, but, like, it yeah, that's great.
Mhm. And what I do is I just have them reply to me, not reply all, but just
Right,
reply to me who you
right.
think it is.
Yep,
And then, like, I'll give it, like, say, a week or whatever,
yep.
and I'll be like, "Hey, nobody guessed this one. It was so and so." And then I'll have people reply back, be like, "No way. I didn't know that," whatever. Or I'll be like, "Hey, one person got it right." And
Right,
then what I do is I'll just go and get, say, like a quick start gift card for like $10,
right,
or,
right.
the local coffee shop, Livonia's, that we have in Clear Lake, or Casey's, and just do like a little $10 gift card once in a while. It's like,
Yeah,
you know what? If it's $50 out of my pocket a month,
right.
it's worth, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like, that does not bother me at all. Um, and I've had such great response because people are talking about it,
Right,
you know, and they're talking about it amongst themselves too. Or they'll
right.
come to me and be like, okay, so I think I have part of this. No, no,
Yeah.
no, no clues, no hints. And it seems so little, but they are having fun with it.
I like
Um,
that.
and then another thing that I'm doing is question of the week. So I went and bought a whiteboard,
Uh-huh.
and I have everybody's name on it, listed on it. And I'll do like a random question, and they have to put a tally mark next to who they think. So it's something that everybody can see,
Right, right.
but it's just something fun. Like one of them was, who would you who would be the one person who would accidentally be stuck in a cult, or, something like that. Or, and like one of them, the person who got the most tally votes, he's like the nicest person you will ever meet. And it's like, yeah, you kind of be in this room full of people and be like, hey, these people seem kind of nice,
Yeah, yeah.
and then just be stuck. There is another one I did of, I think the one that's up right now is, who is the most don't talk to me before coffee
Mm,
person, kind of a thing.
yep.
And it's just something fun.
Right,
Everybody can see the tally votes. And
right,
sometimes people are like, hey, who voted for me?
right, right.
On something. Yeah. And I keep it in briefing.
Yep.
So everybody sees it. It's just something fun. And they're all like, oh, there's a new question.
Right,
Uh,
right.
so I do that. So those are like the
Uh-huh.
regular kind of like weekly,
Uh-huh.
bi-weekly things that I do just to kind of throw out there.
Yeah.
We did just have on Sunday night we had the CLPD and family um like a little soccer
Uh,
tournament get together, whatever, um, where whoever could make it come. We had a local um meat guy in our area. He's very supportive of us. He donated brats and hot
oh,
dogs.
wow.
And then Fairway Store donated chips and water and whatever. And it was just basically like it was kind of our, peer support put it together of if you want to play soccer, otherwise we've got like a three-legged dribble the like kick the ball kind of a contest. Um we had a who can kick the ball the farthest in the goal or things just random things like that. We grilled um hot dogs, brats, and there's a shelter house out there at the
Yeah.
park. And so it was nice. We had, for our first time trying to throw this together, and we threw it together very, very last minute, like
Uh-huh.
less than 2 weeks we threw it together.
Oh, wow.
We had probably about a good 30 to 35 people there.
Oh, wow. That's a
So
really good
with the
turnout.
employees and the families,
Yeah.
you know, um, so yeah, it was super fun. Um, the actual soccer game did not last very long because, some of us adults were like, okay, now I'm tired.
Was there a waiver
This,
signed before that one too?
yeah, no, no. And we're just like, okay, this is bullshit.
Why am I tired?
Yeah. So, but they had fun, like I said, with the three-legged,
Yeah.
people tripping over that, and you'd had to kick the soccer ball. And
Yeah.
appar- I I knew I was very uncoordinated, but that was basically proof that I'm very, very uncoordinated. And when you have your leg tied to somebody else's leg, you can't move that leg
Right.
and not tell them because
Right.
then you're dragging
Yep.
them and it's like, "Oh, wait, which leg am I s"
Right, right.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We came in last.
You know
So,
what?
mhm.
Not about winning, but it is.
Um, but I still have the state record for squat.
Exactly, that's right. Throw that in their face.
So, yes,
Like,
exactly,
if I practice
exactly.
this, I'd win probably, so
Um, so now because you and Bailey, you got 2 kids,
yep.
um, how do you do the work-life balance? Because and that's part of the reason why we were doing the CLPD and families thing because we want our work family to meet our
Right.
home family,
Yeah.
and want that connection there,
Yeah. We I don't think we do great at that. I mean, we've got a few things throughout the year, but we have like a yearly reserve party, or we've got a big reserve program because we've got the racetrack in Knoxville for sprint
Oh,
cars.
yeah.
So
Mhm.
in a few weeks, we'll have on a Saturday we'll have 25,000 people in Knoxville. So our reserve program pretty much does the security for that. So we've probably
Mhm.
got 20 to 30 people on that program, which is really nice. But so every Christmas they do like a reserve party, full time people can come. Outside of that, we don't have a lot, which we probably need to do. Um, I feel like work life balance is hard. Like it is
Mhm.
an ebb and flowing thing for me.
Mhm.
It was different and a challenge transitioning from like married to having kids and how that worked because like when I was just married with no kids, like I could just focus on work pretty much all the time, right?
Mhm.
Not, now that wasn't a good. I don't say that's a good thing because I was probably neglecting Bailey of like her needs more, but then you have kids and you're like, you can't do that at all. So it was
Right.
a good like, okay, what is my priority?
Mhm.
It's home. Um, she's a really good anchor for me for that. She will remind me when I am not focusing at home. And I won't even notice it. Like I get, if I'm stressed, I get real tired, closed off, quiet, because my
Mhm.
mind, I'm just spinning about whatever. So she picked up
Right.
on that stuff pretty quick and will kind of redirect me back to like, hey, like focus here. Um,
Mhm.
it used to be lifting and working out. since I've had kids, that's changed because I don't have time. Or,
Mhm.
well, let me rephrase that. I've not made time. I
Right.
prioritizing has not been a thing. Like that was the one thing I didn't realize with kids. Like I love the gym. Like I was
Mhm.
into CrossFit like every day, like go as hard as I can. Then I had a kid, and she didn't sleep for a whole year, and I was up pretty much every night, and I was like, "Oh, I have no time to go work out anymore." And then I got out
Mhm.
of it, and I'm like, now it's hard for me to go back into it. Um,
Right.
so I don't have that getaway like I used to. I would say probably my faith is my biggest thing.
Mhm.
That's become a lot more of a priority in my life over the last probably 6 or 7 years, and making that my foundation has probably been what saved me the most. Um,
And I have to say that's what I love about you and Bailey is that you guys that is such a strong foundation for the 2 of you, and you you're very open about it as
Yep,
well,
yep,
and I love because that once for me personally, I have to keep focusing on that because that
mhm,
is my one foundation
yep,
that everything else exists around,
yep,
you know?
mhm,
Um, and that's what I love about you and Bailey
yeah,
is you guys are very, very, um, very, very open about your faith, and I love that you are spreading that,
yeah.
you know?
I try not to
And
be in people's face about it. It's always that balance of like living it and just living it, but also like I think there is me and I'm in a couple like different little groups, and we talk a lot about like we have to go out and talk about it. You know, it's uncomfortable. Like we have to go do it. So
mhm,
I'm not perfect by any means. I could list of I failed a lot the last couple of days in my walk, but by the grace of God, you know,
right.
he covers that. I guess something that I haven't told you about. I don't know why I went here now, but I will. I'm working for a nonprofit now as well.
Okay.
Impact Iowa's Heroes. It's,
Oh, yeah.
so I'm on staff there now. I started that in February.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah,
Good for you.
yeah,
I love that.
yeah. No, it's been a great thing. It's you know, it's focused on marriage and for sponsors and military. So
Mhm,
I'm kind of in a donor developer role, so I'm kind of out there building relationships and those contacts. And we just did a reintegration kind of a reintegration conference, but it was a 1 day thing for returning soldiers from overseas. So we did an event at a church in West Des Moines, and we had a retired colonel come speak, and it was pretty cool. But that's been really fun. That's similar to peer support, like just like
mhm.
the atmosphere, like it feels right. Like
Yep.
Aaron, I don't know who Aaron Groves is. He's the executive director. He's a retired Jasper County lieutenant. So I used to, I mean, work with him kind of in a sense because we're close, Marion and
Mhm,
Jasper. But I knew him through just attending the conference. They've got a marriage getaway in November every year that me and Bailey
mhm.
would go to, and then we would host these like little date nights in Knoxville for couples. And then that's how I kind of got introduced to the being on staff, and I've been doing that since February.
Yeah, because I see their stuff on Facebook periodically. I see their stuff online
Yep.
and yeah, I love that. I did not know that about you,
Yep.
so awesome.
Yeah.
Um,
So
so
maybe to the work life balance stuff, like I'm trying not to going back to the can't say no to things. Now that one was me and Bailey had lots of conversations about that because that takes time away, and like how do we do that well with this, you know, with my full time job, and that's again a very just we're just kind of working through the process. This is a new thing, um.
mhm,
So, but she keeps me very grounded with that kind of stuff, um, and one thing that I've done recently is like I was told this before I started. I remember I applied for like Marshalltown when I was in college, and one of the officers like came to my apartment, did like a little interview, and he told me he was like, "Make sure you keep your non-cop friends." I was kind of like, "Why?" Like I didn't really know what that meant 'cause I wasn't a cop yet, right? I'm a 22-year-old college student. I'm like, I don't even have any cop friends, so I don't know what you're talking about. But what I realized is once you get in, like the friends you had outside of it kind of you or at least I kind of pushed them away because I was working and busy all the time. Um and I appreciate my non-cop friends a lot nowadays
mhm.
because it's a nice getaway from work.
Mhm.
Bailey finally called me out on it a few years ago. She's like, "Whenever we're with your work friends, you guys just talk about work." She's like, "Do you actually like doing that?" And I'm like, "I honestly didn't even realize we did that." So then I started paying attention and I'm like, "Oh
Right.
my gosh, every time I can't sit next to a coworker for 2 seconds, we start talking about work." So, one thing
Mhm.
that I've tried to be very intentional about is it's not that I don't love my coworkers, I absolutely love my coworkers, but for my own sanity, I
Mhm.
need to be with people that aren't in law enforcement because those
Mhm.
friends, I mean, my friends in law enforcement like me and care about me because of who I am, but these other people definitely, like, they don't care I'm a cop. They're like they
Right.
definitely appreciate the stories I bring. I bring
Mhm.
some
Yeah.
excitement to their life because 'cause it'd be like, "Hey, what happened now?" I can tell them what happened. They're
Yep.
like, "Wow, I sat in a cubicle all day." Um, but that has actually brought a lot of value to my life,
Mhm.
and it's been a challenge because, like, I want to just constantly go back to those people, and I still do, but, like, I've definitely worked on a work-life balance with friendship, and I can still have
Mhm.
really good friendships and not be talking to them all the time, and that's the big
Mhm.
thing was, like, I only talk to my coworkers every single night I'm off. Like, I should
Mhm.
probably talk to my kids and my spouse.
Right. Yeah.
We talk to them
Yeah.
more now, but for a long time, like, that's just, like, the culture, and
Mhm.
that's been I've seen a lot of good benefits from that.
Well, and that's the thing too is because your work friends, you connect so much because they have an understanding of, you know, those of us who work, in first response, we have a weird, warped sense of
Yep.
humor that like nobody else will get,
Nope.
but that's how we,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
that's how we I don't know,
You ever try
deal.
those jokes with non-first responders? Like, you don't get the same responses.
Right.
It's like, "Ooh, I shouldn't have said that.
Right.
Sorry."
Exactly. Um, and so you can have that, but I read somewhere, um, it wasn't like first responder related, it was just like life in general related, but
Yeah.
I read somewhere about um something about keeping your best friends in all or keeping a best friend in all aspects of your life or something
Mm,
like that. So like not having like one best friend kind of
yeah.
a thing, but like I have my work besties.
Mhm.
I have my gym
Yep.
besties. I have my faith besties,
Yep.
like
Yep.
when I feel like I'm really failing,
Yep.
it's like,
Yeah.
please tell me that God loves me, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so I have like those besties in different aspects,
Yep.
but that's exactly what you're talking about
Yep.
is sometimes you need to walk away from
Yep.
work. So you go,
Yep. Yep.
um, I'll go to the gym and I'll have my gym besties
Yep.
there and whatever it happens to be.
Yep.
And um so that's actually a very good point to bring up. So
Yeah.
is and that way you can walk away from it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yep. Yeah.
so
It's because you get in the same echo chambers, and that's all like I said, it's hard to turn off this job. It's about impossible. I've learning to get better at it, but, like,
mhm,
it's not a thing. Like, I
mhm,
remember, like, in church, we talk about 'cause I'm an elder at church, and, I've said to people, it's like, like, when people are praying, I'm usually, like, scanning around. I'm not paranoid, but I'm like, "But everyone
yeah,
else's head is down, and, like, someone's gotta be watching." Like, again, nothing's gonna happen probably, but, like, I can't help it. So I'm, like, peeking around and, "Yep, everything's good. Why you getting up?" It's like, it's like,
yep, that's the cop in
it's
you.
just,
Mhm,
like and
mhm,
I think I was like, "Don't take it as, like, I'm paranoid." Like, I'm very comfortable. Like, it's just, like, I'm peeking around and I'm looking, and I'm fine,
mhm,
though. Like, I can be comfortable, but, years ago, I'd be much
mhm.
more, like, on edge. Now I'm, like, I can do it more naturally, but
It's like you can have your head down and peek
Yep,
one eye open.
yep.
I'm praying.
Yep.
Don't worry.
Yep, yeah, I'm
I'm
still
praying.
trying, you can pray with your eyes open. Don't judge me. We, uh,
Oh,
we went to
I love
supper
that.
with so my wife's a twin, so we went to supper with her sister and her husband, and we went to an all-you-can-eat sushi place in West Des Moines, which was really good, but if you like sushi, if you don't like sushi, then don't go. Um,
True.
but they made the joke because we sat in this corner, they're like, "Hey, do you want to sit facing the door?" I was like, "You know what? Tonight, I'm not going to. I'm gonna sit facing away from the door." So I did, and it was fine. Nothing happened.
Look at you.
I mean, there may have been something happened behind me they didn't tell me about, but nothing happened, so
They're like, Don't tell Isaac. Don't
Yeah,
tell Isaac.
yeah, yeah. It's not a gun. No, it's not. Nope, it's not Isaac. It's fine. Leave it be.
It's just silverware wrapped up. It's fine.
Right.
It's
But honestly,
it's
most
fine.
times when I do that, it's not even like I'm like paranoid. It's just I'm just so used to doing it. Like
Mhm.
finding that seat's just normal. Like it's not even that I'm like worried about anything. It's just like I'm just comfortable seeing things
Mhm.
now.
Yeah. I don't know.
But I try
Yeah,
to put
but no, I
myself in uncomfortable situations, or at least out of my comfort zone where I'm like, "Hey, get out of your cop mode, like
right.
relax." Um,
Mhm.
so and having the kids, it helps a lot because I'm often protective of them, but like I always like to have fun with the kids so I can just kind of relax more. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Mhm. Yeah. Well, that's cool.
yeah.
Well, Isaac, I took about 45 minutes of your time, I think. I'm not sure what it is now. I don't have my glasses on. I can't see the time.
7:57.
Okay.
I feel like we didn't even talk about that
So,
much either. That was quick.
what's that?
But that went quick.
See?
Yeah,
That's because you're talking to me
that's
and I can just talk.
that's
And,
fair.
exactly.
You have a
I'm the
talent.
one that can make a 45-minute speech into an hour and a half.
I should
Yes.
never live that
Mhm.
down, which is fair. Oh my gosh.
I actually loved it. I once you gave me the microphone, I'm like, all right, it's on.
That was God at work because my gosh, if I put anybody else in that situation, they'd be like, "You SOB." Like, and like, 'cause that would be my nightmare.
Hmm.
Like that would be my nightmare of that happening. I'd be like,
Hmm.
I'd probably be like, "Nah, I'm seriously not doing that." I'd be like, "I'm not."
And that's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm just an attention hog. I have no
No,
idea.
you're not that. It's just you.
Or I just find myself funny and amusing.
Which yeah, you are funny, but you have you have that's a skill set to be able to fill in that time. It just is like
Hmm.
not many people can
Hmm.
do that well, and you did it well. So
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
yeah.
I appreciate that.
So,
So, alrighty. And I guess Peer Support Foundation won't be having me as a speaker this year.
but you are going to
No,
join the board, which is just as important. Yeah.
okay, we'll discuss that. No, okay, I did tell you I would seriously think about it since
Yep.
you were gonna be a guest on my podcast, I
Yeah.
would seriously think about it.
Yeah.
When do you have to know by?
Oh, like by the conference.
Oh,
Like you got plenty of time. Yeah.
okay.
And
We'll talk.
we're hoping to revamp it so we have some like different roles, like people to focus on helping with training, help focus on fundraising, help focus on the conference. Like we want to kind of expand it. So, uh,
Mhm.
it's a fun team to be a part of. It's once a month. You have a Zoom meeting, and it's not very long, so it's not a huge.
Oh, so I don't have to, like, travel
No,
anywhere for
no, nope. We do like a Christmas party that you don't have to come to, but like obviously we want
right.
people to come. But yeah, no, it's a Zoom meeting. So I said Jeremy's in Marion, and everyone else is over here on you know Des Moines-ish area. So we just and even
And I'm, like, Northern Iowa.
yeah,
I'm
but
2 hours
it's
north of
even
you.
better. Like I think getting more parts of the state involved in a
Yes.
deeper level is important. So and you'd
Mhm.
be a great asset and voice for the foundation.
Hmm. Okay. Now that I know I don't have to travel for, like, meetings and stuff,
Right.
okay.
Okay.
That's not my official okay.
Okay. That's closer. Closer. Okay. We'll
Oh,
take it.
and so okay. Well, thank you, Isaac. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. It was
Um,
fun.
and I don't know who my next guest will be, but until next time. Oh, here come the goggles.
That's right.
Yes. Love it.
Love it.
And that's what we're gonna go out on. All right. Bye, guys.